All right, we are here. We're live today. Today being Friday, August the 22nd, 2025. We're going to be starting here momentarily. This is going to be an enjoyable one. I think it's going to be funny even, so we'll see. But we're going to be getting into it today. And we're going to be looking at Hebrew AI artwork. Y'all put this out here. It ain't me. Y'all put it out here. So we're going to look at it and let the rest speak for itself, okay? But anyway, we're going to give people time to get on here. Let's give it about a minute or so, and then we'll get started. We're going to jump right in, okay? Remember, today, we just sent an email out for sambatree.com. Today is the last day for our 27% off sale. 27% off on selected products here. And this sale is based off of our 27th wedding anniversary between my wife and I. So if you're going to get something, the 27%, you better get it. You better get it. We're going to give it about another 30 seconds and then we're going to start, okay? All right. I think we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast for Friday today. It is 108 degrees right now in beautiful Arizona. In Arizona, right outside the Phoenix, right in the Phoenix area. Yeah, really nice. We had a slight breeze last night, just a slight one. Let me just show you just some of the scenes. In case you guys didn't hear, we actually had what's called a haboob, and it's just think of a sandstorm. Okay, a difference between a haboob and a sandstorm. A sandstorm is pretty much where think of a windstorm, like it can be created from anything, right? Any kind of weather system, weather pattern or whatever. But a haboob is something where it is same thing basically, but it mainly starts from a thunderstorm. So it's the outburst of a thunderstorm that's coming in, and then it's this whoosh that comes out. Man, let me tell you something. That was something that we have been through, like little sandstorms here and there, and it's really minor. But this was the first time we were right in the middle of it. We were going to go out, and we decided I didn't even get a mile away from home, and I was like, yeah, let me get up out of here. Check this out. These are some scenes. Whoa, look at that, y'all. Oh.
This is what you call zero visibility. Like, what in the world? This is Arizona. Wow. What even is the what? What in the world?
This is what a dust storm looks like here in Arizona. It was something else, man. And yeah, um, yeah, it was. We like I said, we got about because you could tell when it's the sand is starting to kick up. It's like, oh, we got a little dust storm coming up, and usually the sky turns kind of orange, and this usually happens between June and September, where you start seeing it pick up. And so, we just thought, okay, it's just another one of those things. It will just blow away, whatever, that's it. But man, let me tell you something. We got halfway down the street and it started getting darker and darker and darker. And I was like, oh snap. Okay, I'm gonna make a U-turn. No, I'm not gonna even chance this. And so everyone had their like flashes on and everything. You couldn't even see. I'm at the light. I'm literally at the traffic light. You could hardly even see the traffic light. It was like that much. Yeah, that was really something. And so when things like that happen, again, like I was been saying in other videos, wherever you go, you got to just learn to adjust, and the way you adjust in a situation like that is, number one, if you don't have to be out, then don't be out. That's number one. Number two, if you are out and you're driving and that happens, if it gets blinding, like, same thing, like if it's snowing or whatever, you just pull off to the side, and wait till it blows over. But I would also make sure in an event like that, make sure you have the recycle air on. Like if you had the air conditioner on, turn that recycle air on, because you don't want to breathe in that sand, because, out here they have this thing called valley fever. And basically what that is you get too much sand. With sand is also, little other particles and stuff that's intermixed in all of that, because the wind isn't selective. It's not just blowing around sand, it's blowing around other stuff too. And, valley fever is basically like just a persistent cough that you can get. So, what you do out here, if you're a person that's allergic, highly allergic to things like that, you just get a mask. You just wear like a mask. So when you would see those cowboys sometime when they were wearing that little handkerchief around their face, that wasn't trying to be cute. They just knew that, hey, this is the area that we're in and we're gonna have to protect ourselves. And so yeah, so that was really, really something. Like I said, we've been in sandstorms before, but this was a full blown what they call haboob, where it was just and seeing it turn like complete, almost dark. That was really, really something. And then after that, depending on what part of the valley you live in, it was some people got a lot of rain, some people got a little bit of rain, it depends on that. But man, when I tell you the lightning out here, it's a show in of itself. I like watching the lightning more than I like watching fireworks. The lightning out here, you just see it just streaming across the sky. Oh, it's a sight to see. It's a sight to see, man. It's really something. So yeah, that was our little experience yesterday. And yeah, we're just going to keep right on rolling here. And well, how you guys doing? How's your day? How's your week? You made it. We made it. Okay. Some of us, we may got some little scars or little dents or whatever, but we made it. I hope you had a good day, and you had a good day because you're alive. You're not in the grave, right? So we had a good day. We had a good week, didn't we? Well, anyway, so we're going to continue to make sure that it's a good day, and we're going to end off with watching this. Oh, let me take this down here. Oh, yeah, 27% off sale going on. Today is the last day, so make sure you jump on it over on sombertree.com. So, yeah, so tomorrow, I meant to go live yesterday, but it was just, I don't know what. Yeah, I think it was that thing that really threw me off. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about this. I tell you, mental illness. I said this a while back, and I hope people were taking me seriously. I was saying that this issue of mental instability, I'll just put it that way. I said, within what we call the Black community, if we're not addressing it, it's going to get worse. And worse is already here. And I'm going to show you quite a few examples of that. And, and again, you guys who are familiar with this platform, we're not just going to just point, and just that's it. We've been talking solutions about this, but I do need to bring these reminders up to people to see that, no, what you're seeing is not normal. This is abnormal, and so one of the things that's going on right now, they're talking about, you got a segment, not all Black Americans, but a segment of Black folks, Black American folks, under the big top of FBA, are now out here all of a sudden now saying that, okay, well, the boycott against African stores didn't really work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to boycott all beauty supply stores that if you don't have any Black owned and Black made products, then we're going to boycott the whole store. So we're in boycott season now, apparently. The Target boycott, that didn't work. Okay, now we're going to boycott African shops. That didn't work. Now we're just going to boycott beauty supply shops. We're just going to boycott all of them. And someone actually went on what you call ChatGPT and said, put in like what would happen if all Black people got together and boycotted the shops. So people took what ChatGPT gave them and said, okay, yeah, we could do. And I'm gonna go literally point line by line what these people are running with now. And AI in of itself, it can be a very good thing. Ultimately, I get it. AI, this technology is something that wants to replace us, right? I get that. So I'm not under any delusion when it comes to that. I understand that completely. Okay. But even with that, there are some things with AI technology at this juncture that can be extremely helpful, right? And can move a lot of us ahead in a lot of areas, right? And so it's like we're in this age right now where we have been given a tool that you can either use this thing to really go far with it or to confirm a lot of the ignorance and stupidity that you have. And you see both people going both ways with this. And so, and that's the kind of things we address here. But we're going to, in this broadcast, I'm going to show you some examples of people who are using AI technology to push their agenda, their ideology. And boy, I just don't know. Now, some of you are going to probably watch this and say, you know what, that ain't that bad. But let me help you out with that too, because I could tell you that the rest of the world is looking at this and like, what did I just watch? Okay. So anyway, one of the things, and if you go to my wife and I, our playlist is called Leaving the Hebrew Matrix. My wife and I, we were part of Hebrew whole scene for years, and we bought all into it, right? For years, but we continued to research. We continued to ask questions. We didn't just take things as it were. We continued to challenge the things that we were saying that we're going to stake our lives on and believe it. We didn't stop that. And as we continued to do that, we began to see a lot of cracks and fissures and stuff and was like, wait a minute, this is not, this ain't matching. And so we have a whole series where we go through this, our journey in that, which basically is the name of this channel, Samba Journeys, because we're on a journey. So this is something that we personally have been in. Now, as I'm showing you some of these video clips here, a couple of things. One, they do use music that I'm not sure is licensed or not. So there's going to be some cases where I'm going to have to turn the volume down, unfortunately. But we'll get to that. What was I going to say? Another thing I will bring out too is there's a lot of Christian ones out here too that are cringy. Oh my gosh, they'll have one where it's like Jesus and singing to a baby, and they're both singing together. I know for some of you, you may hear this and like, oh, I don't see anything wrong with that. But I wish I could play it, but again, it's using copyrighted music, and so I'm gonna run into some problems with it. But some of y'all who are on TikTok, you know what I'm talking about. And they got one where Jesus and his baby are singing, or and the baby is a skeleton. I'm not making this up. The baby is a skeleton. He waves his hand over it, and the baby all of a sudden becomes flesh, comes onto the body of the baby, and then he picks the baby up, and then they start laughing. It's like, okay, what am I on? What's the what's the name of that movie? Basically, am I in the crazy house? I'll just say that. Am I on Shutter Island? Am I on Shutter Island? Because I tell you, it's something else. But anyway, we do not sell this. Okay, we do not sell this. But this is something that my wife discovered, and we have a grocery store. Well, in our grocery store, and also like in Sprouts or whatever you'll find. It's called Olipop, and I really like it. And I'm gonna just read to you. They say it's a new kind of soda. Probiotics, botanicals, plant fiber. Really interesting stuff here. So anyway, let me read to you the ingredients, and then we're gonna get into it. Okay, it's Friday, y'all. So for those of you got short attention spans or whatever, we're gonna get into it. Carbonated water, cassava root fiber, chicory root, inulin, Jerusalem artichoke, inulin, nopal, cactus, marshmallow root, strawberry. This is like a strawberry cream, strawberry juice, cassava root syrup, apple juice, concentrate, lemon juice, stevia leaf, Himalayan pink salt, natural vanilla flavor, natural strawberry flavor. I don't like them natural stuff. But let's see. Sodium 25, and then sugar is 3 grams. Not that bad. Not that bad. It tastes really good too. Anyway, so yeah, this is called Olipop. If you go to Sprouts or something, they may have it. So check it out. We like it. Anyway, move on. Let's see. So I want to just look at some of these videos here. We're just going to, in this broadcast, we're going to go through some of these videos here, and you're going to see exactly what I am talking about here. One of the things that you're going to notice, the common theme with all of their videos is it's all hovering around impending judgment. And there's really nothing really pleasant about the underlying theme that they have. Like, for example, this is a page here. Let me pull it up here. Give me a moment. You can see, like, on this page here, you see all the hellfire stuff, and they'll have like different people that are in the lake of fire having full conversations. So it's like this is like the theme. It's the recurring theme anyway. So I just wanted to show you that one there, but let's go ahead and get into it. Let me show you one. Let's go with this one here.
It's already too late for me, but maybe not for you.
My name was Malik, Southside Chicago. Died in a drive-by that wasn't even meant for me. Thought that was the worst part. Nah, that was just the doorway.
You ever seen a place where time don't move? Where you feel every second like it's a blade dragging across your soul? That's here. No clocks, no sleep, just memory and fire. Over there, that's the liars, the slick talkers. They mouths still moving, no, but all that comes out is smoke, chalking on their own words forever. Church.
Now, hold on for a second. Now, dude walking in a robe, and I'm sitting. I'm just watching. Dude walking barefoot in a room full of fire, and he's got a robe on, and he's like, okay, over here here's these people over here in this section here. We got the wet bar, but they call it the wet bar, but it ain't really wet. That's just a part of our torment. And he's just walking, and yeah, it's this and that, and it's just, he's just drumming it up. But I'm sitting up here like, okay, this look like a hot beach somewhere. You know, I'm like, okay. Anyway, let's move on. I'm gonna keep on playing it here.
Who knew better but never changed. Preached the word on Sunday, sold poison on Monday. They thought God ain't see, he saw.
I laughed at all this back then. Said God ain't real. Said hell was just a scare tactic.
But I was wrong. So wrong. I was gifted breath, wasted it on pride. Now I beg for air, I'll never breathe again. Don't come here, bruh. Turn around while you still got footsteps. Turn around while you still got...
Went from there.
Bro, you go and you look at the comments. The comments, people are like, "Oh man, this is man." I tell you that the lions are raising up now, and I'm like, "Corny, that's corny, that's corny." So say, "Oh no, not the purple people." Oh yes, yes, they are all on it. They got channels, honey, not channels on this thing. Anyway, let me move to this next one here. Let me see which. I don't even know which one it is. Like I said, again, some of these I may have to turn the volume down because they're probably using copyright stuff. So here we go. All right. So this is, hold on. Whoa.
Go get them, my son.
What? Ah, what's going on? That Kiefer Sutherland? Listen, y'all gave Ice Cube a lot of y'all rode him too hard on that corny movie, that the War of the Worlds, where he's just sitting down through the whole movie. It's like they just filmed it on Zoom and just did a screen recording. Y'all gave him too much grief over the fact that he did that movie. I mean, because when you look at this stuff here, I'm like, what in the absolute world? What in the absolute world? Here's another one here. Let's take a look at this one.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Everybody looks the same.
The first heaven and the first earth were passed away. There was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. 4, God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain.
I don't, what's going on?
Former things are passed away. 5, and he that sat upon the throne said,
Anyway, I got to turn on. My son, who does, he researches like a lot of, like, he's in the history and all that too, and so especially when it comes to military uniforms and stuff, like from the what you call from Europe, and also military type clothing that was worn in some of these more ancient African traditions and all that. So he sees this stuff and is like, okay, why are they wearing crowns from from Britain, and got scepters from from this part of Europe, and they all wearing afros. I mean, all of them went to the same barber. Like all of them, the same barber. I know that barber getting paid, y'all. He get paid because everybody looked the same. Anyway, let's move on to. I don't even know what this one is. So, here we go. Now, this is, I want to introduce to you. Now, this is God with a selfie stick. Now, he's coming down. He's got all this judgment he's coming down with now. But he got to make sure, he's got a selfie stick to make sure that you know what's up. Oh, no, that ain't it.
Are you ready for me?
Go back. Sorry, that was the wrong one. Where's the selfie stick one? Hold on. Oh, where's the selfie stick, God? Okay, this is the selfie stick one. Here we go.
Hey everyone, it's me, Yahshua HaMashiach. I'm back. It is the end of the world. Were you expecting someone else? Someone with a much lighter complexion, maybe? You thought I was a myth. You mocked my name, painted my image, changed my story. Now look at your world. I gave you mercy, you spat on it. I gave you time, you wasted it. This fire, that's me knocking. I'm not here to save, I'm here to judge.
So get ready, because the time has finally come.
So you went from one eye that was glowing, and there was two. I don't know. But he needed the selfie stick, though. He had to make sure he had that selfie stick so that everybody will get the message, because all the other ways of communicating, apparently, you can't. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Let's look at, let me see what this one was. Okay, no, we saw that one. Oh, no, that's a bonus one. I'll show y'all that one a little bit. Let's see.
نحن الأفرو عرب هن الشعب الحقيقي المكتوب عنا بالتوراة.
Now that was let me go back again.
نحن.
Now this is IUIC, you know, because they take it very seriously. They're gonna try to reach as many people as possible. You got to give them A for effort on that. But this is in Arabic, and this is I don't know if this is who this is supposed to be. Is either God or Jesus, Yeshua, whomever. But again, they went to the same barber. That barber, man, he getting paid, man.
الأفرو عرب هن الشعب الحقيقي المكتوب عنا بالتوراة.
Okay. All right, so there you go. So that's Black Arabic Jesus or God or whomever, Yahweh, we don't know, but you know, it's someone. Anyway, let's move on to this next one here. Let's check this one out. I'm trying to remember this one here. Here we go.
Shalom. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord doth come. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
All right. Okay, so, but here's the thing, as I'm showing you these things, as I'm showing this to you, I want you to keep in mind, this is the same exact group that will go after white people hard for having graven images of Jesus. They will go after white people hard over that. But AI comes out, what are you creating? Graven images that talk. So one is right and the other is white. Anyway, let's see. Let's move on to the next one here. Is this all the same thing? Hold on. Let's go to this one here. I don't know if this is the same one or not. Let's take a look at this one. Yeah, I had to turn this one down.
Assemble the army.
I had to turn this one down. Okay, so we got he's got the green ring. You know, does he have that, the lantern? Okay, let me go back again. Let's take a look at that again. So you notice it's the same vibe, same hairstyles, purple. When you see that purple, you know it's IUIC somewhere in the midst of this here. All right, so there you go on that one. I didn't have too many of these actually as I'm starting to look through, but there are plenty of them out here. Let's see this next one here. Oh, hey, ha. All right, here we go. Same thing. These are different people. Different people who made it. Again, this fascination with, I guess, God and spaceship. Let me play that again here in case there's something you're missing. So this is God running on the ground, and now he's flying. And he's got spaceships backing him up. But here's, again, this is the theme. This is the common theme. It's destruction. Destruction. Just want to destroy everything. Anyway, let's keep on moving. Is this the same one I just played for you? Let me see. Oh yeah, here's another one. Yeah, they use this music. I'm not too sure. Here's another one here. No, you don't want it, please. He said, I'm working on new content. Please, no, please, no, don't do it, please. Anyway, let's see this next one here. Oh, now this one, you're going to have to see this one. You're going to have to see this one here. Yeah, we ain't going to be on here too long. We ain't going to be here too long, but you're going to have to see this one here. Okay, here we go. Are you ready?
I'm the Lion of Judah. They silenced me for centuries, but now my people remember who they are, and they waking up now.
Even I saw the angel, and y'all still out here ignoring prophets like they the enemy. Wake up!
The spirit only rests on obedience, and this generation hates the law.
I've never seen a pigeon talk that perfect English. I gotta go back. They had donkey on there. Even donkey spitting out some truth. I'd never seen a pigeon talk with such great English. Anyway, let's go.
I'm the Lion of Judah. They silenced me for centuries, but now my people remember who they are, and they waking up now.
Even I saw the angel, and y'all still out here ignoring prophets like they the enemy. Wake up!
The spirit only rests on obedience, and this generation hates the law.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get through this. Woo! Wait a minute. Oh. Hold on. You know I gotta go back. I gotta because y'all gonna have to push me through this pigeon part, okay? So if I can bake it, I think I can bake it through this pigeon part. Okay. So y'all gonna have to push me through. We're gonna have to press our way through the pigeon part, okay? All right, so let's do it again. We're gonna start from the top.
I'm the Lion of Judah. They silenced me for centuries, but now my people remember who they are, and they waking up now.
Even I saw the angel, and y'all still out here ignoring prophets like they the enemy. Wake up!
The spirit only rests on obedience, and this generation hates the law. That's why judgment fell.
You really bowed your head and prayed over me? That's wild. The Most High already said I'm filthy. He wept after I cried, and y'all still deny him like you ain't next in line. Wake up!
I never told him to open the Bible. I just said God loves him no matter what. Look how full the seats got.
Even the ox know his master, but Israel don't know my people won't consider. And I carried y'all through the field.
He separated sheep from goats. Left side judgment. Y'all just rebellious.
He took me instead of the son, and y'all still mocking the covenant like no blood was spilled.
I told Eve she wouldn't die, and now y'all preach my words in church. That's real deception.
I was led to the slaughter without a sound.
Oh, he's from
When
England.
he returns, he won't be silent, and neither will I.
You heard the truth, now do something with it. Get in order.
No, brother, don't. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, y'all. The pig was like, even you guys used to pray over me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, you don't have to be, it's not about you having to be, we understand that with this technology, it's open to everybody, meeting everybody. But it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody's good at it. You know what I'm saying? You're not, Let's see. Let's get to this one here.
Are you ready for me to show you the truth? Yes, Father. First, you have to know that I am real. And then you must love me more than anyone or anything. I am the creator, the author, and destroyer. You are my child, and have been since the beginning of time. And you have a choice to stay here or go back. If you choose to go back, I send you with my power of the Spirit.
My lord, when will it be time to wake the people up?
Soon, my humble servant, soon.
It's 11:11.
Oh, now this song here, I can't play this song because it has it's copyright in there. But in the lyrics, he's like boasting about, amongst other things, that he has high cheekbones. So he's bridging this gap between, well, it's not really a gap between the Hebrews and the people who are saying that they're Hebrews from Israel, but they are native to this land here in America. Yeah, that's that. And so in the song, one of the lines in the lyrics, he's saying that, he's boasting that, he has high cheekbones. I'm not making any of this up. Let me see. I think that's all I had. I mean, there's plenty others. If you're on TikTok is flooded with this stuff. Absolutely flooded with this stuff. And it's just one thing I want to point out with this too is, I don't know if you noticed or not, but there was something clearly missing in all of those videos, right? What was missing? Well, good sense. Yeah, that's one. But a particular person was missing in a lot of these videos. It was women. Women. How many women could you count on half a hand that you saw in those videos? And the reason why I want to bring this out, now there are some AI videos I came across where they actually had some women in it, but the overwhelming majority of these videos, they feature somebody, they're heavy on judgment. They're heavy on Afro God coming down and torching up the place. They're heavy on the brothers that are standing behind him and bringing destruction along with Afro God. They're the Afro minions that they come down and they're going to just he going to bring destruction. He going to bring destruction and all of that, right? They're heavy on that. But here's the thing that I want to point out. With this technology, AI technology, it actually will reflect who you really are. That's the point I want to make. So in other words, if you are a perverted person, right? I'm talking in the area of sex and all that stuff. When you get your hands on AI technology, you're going to think of ways on how can I use this to amplify what I really am all about in secret, right? And so that's what people do. They come up with all kinds of stuff that are very demented and sick and weird and all this stuff. If you want to pretend that you're talking to a little girl, you can do that. You can program it to like you're talking to a little girl or whatever it is that you're into. You can use this technology to amplify who you are on the inside. And so likewise, this belief system, one of the things about this belief system is that it has some serious issues with women, particularly black women. And we've talked about this in the past. Because for the longest time, they used to amplify why you think when you look at the 12 tribe chart that they still arguing about. They want to make sure there's some Puerto Ricans in there. They want to make sure that there's some Cubans in there because they want them women. That's really what it comes down to. And now some of you may listen to me and say, well, no, that ain't it. It's because no, that's what it is. Let's just cut through all of it. And so this is a belief system that pretty much is about putting these women in their place. And I'm talking about black women. That's what this belief system ultimately is about. This is why they spend so much time talking about, well, you can't. Now we're going to have class today. And what we're going to talk about is, honey, you can't wear this. You got to make sure you wear this. You got to cover this up. You got to cover that up. Now, I'm not the opposite in saying that you got to have all your breast meat out and all this stuff. No, and I'm not saying that either. It's good in teaching people how to dress modestly, right? But that doesn't mean that you got to look like a Bible character. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you got to do that. Doesn't mean you got to be Little House on the Prairie core either. You don't have to be that. You could dress modestly without having to go to those extremes, because the reason why they force or they really emphasize that type of dress code for women particularly is because this is another way for them to control you. It's about control. That's what it's about. I don't know if that's really dawned on some of y'all or not. I'm not saying don't wear a headscarf or whatever. Some things you just wear whatever. It's not trying to put people in the box or whatever and telling you what to wear and what not to wear. That's not what it is. But if you notice, a lot of people, they wear the same stuff because this is the way religion controls, specifically when it comes down to our women. That's what it's about. Now, they'll tell you on the front, oh, it's about modesty. But in reality, it's about control. It really is. And so what happens is that this dim view that many of them have when it comes to women, it gets translated and magnified when you're dealing with a platform like AI. So we could look at all these AI videos we just watched. You got all these men, they got all their haircuts, they got all the, Roman gear on, whatever, Roman / Great Britain armory on with their afros. But where the women at? Where the black women? Where are they? What are they doing? Nowhere to be found. You see how that works? And then on the flip, unfortunately, you got some women in their belief system that have bought so hard into it that they themselves become hard. And they, a lot of times, are almost in competition on who being the man, being the leader in their own home sometimes. I'm just going to tell you straight. This is stuff I've seen with my own and witnessed with my own eyes. So what I'm saying is this, we looked at these videos and all that, but the bigger point is this, is that with like any other technology, what it's going to do is simply amplify who you really are. You know what I'm saying? So going back again, before the internet, let's talking in the area of like pornography, for example, you have porno shops and all that, and all the people on the sneak, they would go there and, and be looking at and doing whatever they want to do in those shops. But then when the internet came, it brought that out. You understand? Now this stuff is on Main Street. And, it's magnifying who you really are. You understand what I'm saying? Now, again, you believe what you want to believe. When it comes down to, I have taken an exit stage right when it comes to religion itself. I'm not angry. I'm not mad. Nor am I belittling anybody that wants to be in whatever belief system you want to be in. If you want to be in those belief systems, that's up to you. But at the same time, if you are going to put this kind of content out where you are publicly sending everyone straight to hell for not believing in what you want them to believe, then as a member of the public, I have every right to comment on it. You understand what I'm saying? So don't get all of a sudden mush mouth and getting all like, well, why you picking on? Well, so you gonna come online and be sending everybody hell, but now I'm sitting up here like, no, y'all sounding crazy. Oh, see, why you picking on us? No, you don't get to play victim and victor at the same time. You don't get to do that here. You can do that somewhere else, but we don't do that here. Okay, you put this out public on Main Street, we're going to talk about it on Main Street. But yeah, when it comes to, but that was the one thing that really stood out to me in all of these, when I'm doing AI artwork on the different platforms and all that. And then you come across, stuff is like, okay, yep, these are the Hebrews. And they'll have the men looking all big and strong and muscular and all that. And then you try to find the women and they, what are they doing? At best, they got their little head scarf on. They looking beautiful and all of that, but that's about it. Where's the peace in all of that? You know what I'm saying? What peace are you bringing to the table? If you're a disgruntled person, then when you get your hands on AI, your artwork is going to reflect your disgruntledness. You understand what I'm saying? If you're angry with everybody, it's going to reflect that. There's nothing wrong with using that technology at all to do artwork and stuff like that. But just know, I challenge any person that is using AI artwork. I want you to go back and take a look at your body of work. Does your body work, does it truly reflect you? And I would say, yes, it does. Ultimately, it does. The things that really are part of your imagination and all of that, it's going to come out in your artwork, regardless if it's AI artwork or you're using pen and ink and paper. It doesn't matter. What's inside of you is going to come out on that canvas that everybody's going to look at. And when you look at the canvases of a lot of these individuals, it's always death, damnation, judgment, doom, gloom, and that's it. There's nothing. Every now and then you may come across something peaceful or just beautiful nature or a family that's functional and together. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Older people looking strong and healthy. That's what we try to do on Samba Tree is on our banners. I got to change the banner out. today too, but I try to have some healthy looking older people on there. I want no old grandma and she in a wheelchair or whatever. And that, no, we gonna have grandma looking happy, healthy. And on our Facebook page, I had one. It was two people. I would say I try to get a little bit older than me. They were riding bikes on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's in you is going to come out. And that's what this technology does. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. There are other things I wanted to talk about, but I just wanted to keep this short. And hopefully it will challenge even some of you who are in the Hebrew space. Look at what you're putting out here. You say you serve the Prince of Peace, but everything you're putting out is anything but peaceful. You clearly ain't serving the Prince of Peace if everything you putting out is about war and destruction. And every time something comes out, it's, you hear a news story about, like, for example, we put on our new channel. If you're not subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe to it. I just uploaded a video there this week here. Let me just put this up real quick on the screen. This is our brand new channel here. Let me move this over to here so you can see what I'm talking about. Hold on for a second. Right over here, go to post, and it's right here. Right here, on our Black Fact Check page. On the latest Black Fact Check video we did, we're looking at this latest claim that is all over TikTok right now and social media. You got numbers of black folks that are taking to the internet and are making the claim that HIV cases amongst black folks are skyrocketing. I don't know if any of you guys have come across that story, but there are numbers of black folks who are spreading this story. Platforms like TikTok have become... Hold on, let me see. There are numbers of black folks that are spreading this story here. Like Americans get their news. I'm just going to play a little bit. Like many other social media platforms, it has proven itself to be the perfect vehicle to pass around stories like the telephone game. One or a few people may start off with partial facts mixed heavily with their own opinions. And by the time it gets to the third or fourth repost, well, that story has become something completely different. In today's video, we're going to look at the latest claim that is spreading like wildfire on TikTok and other social media platforms. The rate of HIV cases amongst Black Americans have suddenly skyrocketed. Now let's take a listen to just some of the videos that are now out there. Then afterwards, we're going to pull up the factual truth.
20,000 cases of HIV and AIDS in Atlanta. Like
okay, I'll just stop that. So yeah, so they're out here and they are putting this stuff out. And so if you just watch the video, the rest of the video, all the videos on that channel, the Black Fact Check or Black Fact Check. If you go on YouTube right now, do a search for it, Black Fact Check. Just go ahead, subscribe. And yeah, I try to do a video or at least 2 videos a week on there. And so because there's just so many claims that are out here. I mean, you just can't do it all in one day. But yeah, this is the latest claim that's like wildfire. And you got people who are spreading this and saying, yeah, black folks are out here and just y'all just nasty and all that. This is black folks saying this, right? Now, I know black folks, we got our issues and problems and stuff like that. And we talk about that here. But, you know, you got to make sure you're being accurate when you're talking about this stuff, too, but also give a solution, too. But yes, so number one, yes, when it comes to the AIDS rate, HIV rate, just across the board, yes, Black Americans do lead the way in that. That's all the numbers point to that. That's just what it is, right? However, there was no recent spike of 20,000 black folks that they found. In some cases, if you continue to listen to the video I did, we looked at the numbers. There are cases where it's actually going down and actually leveling off. But it just goes to show you there are people who are fully invested in embracing as much bad news, hopelessness as they possibly can, even when it comes to people that look like them. And so that the purpose of that channel specifically is to cut through all of that so we can get to the truth and we can build on that. So that's kind of basically what we do on this platform. But that one, shorter videos, that particular video is like under 5 minutes. And we give you fact research. You can look it up yourself to confirm all this stuff, right? So we look at a bunch of other things here. So anyway, that's all I have. Let me take a look at some of these comments here. And then if you have any questions or anything like that for me, put it in the chat. And one more reminder again, Samba Tree, we're having a 27% off sale. When you go to the main page of sambatree.com, you're going to see the little button that will tell you exactly what is included in this sale. So make sure you click on that so that you can get the 411 on all of that. So Justice85 says, that's true. I have to be honest. A lot of them high-ranking Israelite guys are married to Latina women in their so-called tribes. Yep. Straightway Ministries is just as bad as IUIC. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Straightway is a big, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is. They all over the map. They're literally all over the map. But yeah, that's what it is. They want to include, they say, yeah, well, you know, Latina women, we kind of like them too. And if you're light skinned, you get a few more points too. Anyway, here's another person, Peace in Mind Counseling. By the way, make sure you check out her channel. She is a counselor. You want to make sure you check her out, okay? Peace in Mind Counseling. AI is amplifying their insecurities. Absolutely right on that. Yeah, exactly. Let me see what Overflow Enterprise is saying. Basically another Rome, right? Chief in the house. Let's see what Chief is saying. The women play a passive role as background props. Exactly right. And that needs to be put to the end. I'm tired of that and I'm done with that. I am completely done with that. But anyway, we got some other comments there, but that's basically the gist of it. But that's it. That's all we have. I am hoping we don't have another storm out here, you know, because yeah, that was crazy yesterday. So anyway, yeah, I'll be very curious if you're out here on the TikTok plantation and you come across some of these other videos that we talked about like that, please send them to me because I love to laugh. I do. And there's some other ones. Oh, I had a bonus one. Oh, I got to show you this bonus one. And I promise you, I am done. I have a bonus one here. How did I miss that one? Where'd it go? I had a bonus one here. Is this it? I got to show you this. And then oh, here it is. Shut up, man. Shut up. Okay, there you go. I'm trying to get to it. Here's the bonus one here. All right, check this out. Check this one out.
Yeah, we engineered these motherfuckers, then they wrote them weak-ass science books.
Okay. All right, so a reason why I wanted to show this one, they put up here, this is what I'm telling you, unfortunately, when we're dealing with illiteracy and how it's a really big problem. They put up here ancient Greece 4625 BC. Now I know they're just throwing numbers up here. I get that. Okay. But here's the thing. Greece wasn't even around then. It wasn't even around. So I'm trying to tell you, these guys literally just throw stuff out there. And without question, people just go with it. But yeah, look it up. Greece was not even around in 4625 BC. So again, we got to make sure that we're doing our part to protect our culture, our history, but we got to do it the right way. Okay. And you know, but we got to be healed of all of our stuff first, because you'll be running around identifying yourself as space alien and everything else. ET's your cousin, your grandma, and everything else. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning into this broadcast. Hey, listen, I'll see you again. We'll do this again tomorrow. We'll be getting some other topics. So you guys take care, and I'll see you again soon.